Should Christians pursue the impeachment of Obama based off of the Benghazi attack? Would you encourage Christians to do so?
No, I wouldn't. And the reason but I'd want to distinguish two things. One is whether the issues surrounding the Benghazi attack are impeachment worthy, which I think they are. I think that that whole thing stinks to high heaven. And so the issue, there's two things. One is whether, in my personal opinion, that is impeachment worthy. Yes. Do I think that the people who might think that way or might have sympathy with it have their act together enough to pull it off successfully? The answer is no, absolutely not. And Jesus said, if you're going to build a tower, you need to count count your shekels before you build the tower. Before you go to war with another army, you need to count your troops. Jesus is very clear on that, and I believe conservatives and people who love liberty are in enough disarray and confusion about these sorts of things that there's no, I don't see there's any conceivable way.
All they could accomplish is getting shrill.
All they could accomplish is getting shrill and setting our cause back further. So the same sort of thing happened with the impeachment of Bill Clinton. And there you had, they went for it. And having gone for it the way they did and the way they doubled down, tripled down, the way they pursued it and what the issues finally wound up being, they set, I think the people who went after Clinton that way set the cause of liberty back by not having their act together.
And what is it about the Benghazi attack that you think is impeachable?
Well, I think the impeachment worthy. Let's just say an indictment. Part of the problem is that we can't get at the data. It's just beyond mystifying why the people who are all in on the ground during the attack haven't testified. Congress hasn't been able to get to them. There are a number of questions about why were all those CIA guys there in the first place? Was this a gun running operation to Syria? Was it there's just the whole thing smells. So basically, what I would want at this point is not a bill of impeachment, because I don't want to do the Pelosi thing. Let's go on a fishing expedition. We have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. But I think there ought to be a true, honest investigation of all those events with everybody involved in it interviewed on the record under oath. And I believe that if that were done, the reason it's not happened is because it would be very damaging to the president if it were known. That's my belief. But I can't prove that, and I wouldn't want to impeach him until that was on the record, unless it's been testified to.
Okay.
So one last thing, distinguish impeachment versus conviction. Bill Clinton was impeached but not removed.
Right.
So basically, I think that there's enough there to
begin an investigation.
To investigate it. I think it. But I don't think you ought to begin the investigation if you don't have the horsepower.
Okay.